of bad gambling.
Hey there! Welcome to Blood Bowl 2!
Spontaneous endorsement.
Welcome to the review of the Roll Call Prelims, Round 1. I am your host and Commissioner Probate. Review of the
And I'm Hey Mr. Rabbit, commentator. How you doing?
Alright, so, let's take a look at the results from this past weekend. Seriously, it only took a weekend to get through Round 1. That was 16 games in only a couple more days.
I heard that there are so many people that died.
We only had 3, actually.
No shit!
Let's actually take a moment now to remember those who died. We had Sword of Weapon X, Chronotaurus of the Dino Lords, and just today, Rordeet Bonebeard of the Lucky Stoutlanders. Alright, that's enough of that.
Okay.
Moving on.
Fantastic.
Yep.
I'm right on Blood Bowl 2. Is there probably a way I can go ahead and view up on these matches, right?
Cabal TV is generally a good way to do it if you can't find the person streaming.
There we go. Let's search for match.
There are currently no matches in motion right now. We're basically doing an overview of what happened during this first round.
Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at the bracket. There should be a way I can find that out.
Collectors are not bothered
Team
about
League
waiting for the
Management,
target player to perish
League.
before harvesting them.
If not, you can find the images on my stream.
Ah, hot damn. That's probably what I'm gonna do.
Probably easier in the long run. Anyway, our first match was the Lords of Soul versus Nothing But Ones. Necromantic versus Undead.
Looks like the Undead called it.
Yep.
2-1.
2-1.
Oh, true to form, Mummy was the MVP. Mummy is such a good freaking unit in this game.
The only thing that's... Oh, Malarvik, thank you for the raid.
Thanks for the raid, Mal.
For those of you just joining us, it is me and Hey Mr. Rabbit
Hi there.
doing a quick rundown of the events of the first round, and maybe we'll do a friendly game afterwards. We'll see how we're feeling after this.
Damn right. Damn right.
So, we had the Lords of Soul and the Nothing But Ones. Lords of Soul acquired 1 touchdown and 14 armor breaks. Not bad overall, considering how tough it can be to break undead players' armor. Or is this 2 undead teams? I can't remember.
Let's go ahead and take...
Both undead and necromantic can use the ghouls. Yeah, it's 2 undead team now that I'm thinking about it. Ugh. I am off my game.
That the new
No,
Cabal
it's quite
H
alright. I'll tell you what though, like you
hot
said,
takes
like
from all
any
other
team with
factions.
undead are just, it's a very durable team. In some ways I think like, even though they don't have like the armor value of dwarves, they might be more durable just because of that whole regeneration, because you can make really, really aggressive plays with them.
Indeed. Although the ghouls, as we can see here on Bell Gargoyle, they have the lowest armor value and they lack regen, so those are usually the prime targets for anyone going after an undead team, as they are also the ball carriers, due to their high movement speed and average agility.
Are they also just easier to replace though? I don't know about the replacement cost of those bad boys.
I think ghouls run just a little bit more expensive than standard zombies and skeletons.
Still though, how much money do you make out of a victory? Like 100K or something like that, or?
It really depends on how well your winnings die rolls.
I see.
Also depends on how many touchdowns you score in a game. Each touchdown adds like 10K to your overall score.
Now that I did not know.
We're getting a message from the chat, Malarvik, stating that ghouls are about 70K each, so they're expensive compared to similar units, but overall they're about the same as linemen.
And
And the
that
Nothing...
being said,
Yeah.
They definitely do have a very aggressive approach. I can definitely
Also
see
onto
it, it was
action,
anyone's
big
game, to be honest with you here.
Hereford comes
Yeah.
back from
But
the dead.
no
The
deaths,
talk
though.
about
That's-
is remarkably short.
I would
Another
chalk that up to regeneration more than anything else.
True enough.
But nothing but ones. They had 2 touchdowns, but only 13 armor breaks.
A pretty much equal amount of armor breaks this match.
Yeah, it's a good solid match. Nothing really to say here, folks.
You want to watch the replay, or you want to just go ahead and keep going on this one?
We're gonna keep going because you gotta remember the average Blood Bowl game is about an hour long.
Oh, that puts out the entire thing. No, I just thought it would bring up the highlights. My bad.
Yeah. Oh, Aurora Rose 09. Thank you for taking the bait. All right, next up we have the Feisty Festering Fellows versus the Forever Friends. Nurgle versus Necromantic. I believe it's Necromantic. It's always hard to tell. There's a lot of overlap between Necromantic and Undead teams. It's crazy.
Yes, there are.
Let's see. The Feisty Festering Fellows managed 1 touchdown and a pass, which is impressive for a Nurgle team, I must say. And
Yeah, you normally aren't doing that.
Yeah, and 14 armor breaks.
Lord.
But it looks like the Forever Friends utilizing a more agile
Aggressive?
strategy, not trying to stay out of reach of the Nurgles. They got 2 touchdowns, although only 6 armor breaks.
Only Huh. Yeah, pretty much. Well, you know, Nurgle teams are... They don't really win any awards when it comes to being swift, so yeah, that's probably the best way to go about that.
Please see your instruction
Yep.
guide for
Damn.
further details.
Although I will say,
Be stupid.
getting a pass as the Nurgle team,
Nobody
that's
ever
impressive.
reads the instructions.
No, that is. I'm kind of excited on how this team's going to go ahead and advance. So how does this work? Once they go ahead and win, they go to the next bracket and the other team falls off? Or...
Not yet. This is a round-robin style tournament. Every team will play against every other team. We have 31 rounds of this to get through.
Oh my god, I love it. All right.
Yep, we're gonna have some monster teams by the time we get to the Roll Call Elimination Championship.
Oh, this is gonna be fantastic. I'm excited to see how the Feisty Festering Fellows are gonna go ahead and win out of this. I just really like Nurgle teams. They just seem really well put together.
Yep. Oh, Lanny Pator with the auto host. Thank you.
Hey, thank you, Lanny.
Yeah, and we've got 3 Nurgle teams to be on the lookout for here. Alright, moving on. Next up, we had Lizardman v Lizardman with the Puppy Eaters versus the Dino Lords.
Oh wow, Puppy Eaters just went ahead and completely just washed out the Dino Lords.
Let's see. The Puppy Eaters had 2 touchdowns to the Dino Lords' 0, 5 armor breaks to the 7 of the Dino Lords, and an expulsion, which means there was a foul. Takahata with the 40 viewer auto host. Thank you very much.
Wow, thank you very much for that 40 viewer auto host, guys.
Yep.
Good lord.
To everyone who's just joining us, my name is Probate. With me is Hey Mr. Rabbit. Check
Hi
him
there,
out.
kids.
Check him out on twitch.tv/Hey Mr. Rabbit.
Ah,
Thank
the
you.
Guild of Bandits
And we are going over the
created-
results of the first round of the Roll Call Preliminaries.
Yes, I saw your infamous after-dinner speech.
The
Looks like
Dun-
it's been going pretty well so far.
Yep. Dino Lords got a little more lucky on the armor breaks, but chances are that only resulted in a few more stuns and knockouts because we had a death.
Yeah, they
Oh.
completely lost one. Can we find out which one was killed out?
It was a
it
Saurus.
No.
Yep. That's a pretty
that's
hefty
rough
loss.
That's business.
So Dino Lords are going to be hurting a little bit going into the next round, but maybe this will be an opportunity for them to shift up their style, focusing less on the bashiness of the Saurus and Croxagore, and more on the agility of the Skinks.
I think that'll be the best thing there. But it looks like I can only imagine with the Puppy Eaters they formed some kind of like a bashing cage and just went to town.
We could watch the
wow.
replay, but we have to get going.
Absolutely. Wow, congratulations on your victory, Puppy Eaters. Dino Lords, you can definitely pull this around. Want to go ahead and make you feel a little bit better there.
Next up, we have the Poppin' Pustules versus the Lucky Stoutlanders. This one was just completed today.
No shit. Yeah, it was. It was a draw at that.
Yep. Let's see. No
So
touchdowns.
what are your rules are in draws?
In draws, They're counted as 1 point as opposed to a win's 2 points, and losses are 0 points.
Okay.
I wouldn't like to use the word cult, boss.
So,
As
the
that
Puppet
has
Pustules,
certain
8 armor breaks on that for them, so not a whole lot of damage getting out of there. But the Lucky Stoutlanders, they did even less, and they suffered a death, which happens to be their MVP as well. Roardeet Bonebeard, their runner.
Oh no. Oh, dwarves are not a cheap thing to replace either.
Oh, I'm being corrected. A win is 3 points.
Oh, wins 3 points. Well, hot damn. All right.
But yes, this one was just a knockdown, drag-out slobber knocker of a fight. No one really making any headway. And there's Distortion Devil in the chat. Everyone give him a round of applause.
Woo! You did it! My buddy!
Countdowns. We're supposed to be unbiased during this.
I'm sorry. My, I totally
Compatriot.
don't have money riding on him!
Alright, moving on. We have the Black Hollow Knights versus Miranda's Reavers. Bretonian versus Amazons. We had 1 touchdown for the Black Hollow Knights and 2 for Miranda's Reavers.
Also, 21 armor breaks.
Ooh,
Jesus
the
Lord.
Amazons were styling all over the Bretonians in this one, everyone.
Always jump.
Well, how about
That's
a refreshing
ridiculous.
glass of Bloodweiser?
Chances are half the team was down at any given point.
I mean, looking over at, like, Bretonian, like, I was thinking Bretonian was going to be really freaking meaty because of how Mal was running him last season.
Well, to be fair, a lot of that meatiness is in the blitzers. And if you take care of the blitzers early, the rest of the team just kind of falls apart.
Oh, okay. Jesus. I expected the Amazons to be pretty good, but I didn't really expect 21 armor breaks good. Jesus.
Well, the Amazons are very light on their feet. Almost everyone on the team has dodge.
That's just craziness.
Not to mention, most of them have this exact same stat block on the line woman here, 6337.
That's pretty meaty.
Yep.
So every single one of them is a pretty good ball carrier, too.
Yeah. You could take them any direction, really.
I mean, they'll probably crumple if you manage to knock one down, but...
Next up is an interesting tie here. The Unchained Howlers and the Keebler Rejects, 2-2.
Damn! That's a crazy match.
Unchained Howlers, I can confirm, is necromantic. 21 armor breaks. It looks like they kept the Keebler Rejects down on the ground for most of the match.
And the Keebler Rejects, where every single one of the L's kind of reminds me of Polnareff.
Polnareff.
Always upgrade the
Polnareff.
meals to
Thank you.
Let's see.
Well, they got an expulsion, but Jesus Lord.
That
they did a
means they...
pass?
So, it looks like they attempted to foul one of the Unchained Howlers, but to no real avail.
I mean, when you have something as beefy as that white there, I mean...
Yeah, whites are pretty good. Although, I always prefer the werewolves on a necromantic team. Claws makes it easy to rip right through armor.
Oh, with me, I don't know. I always just go for the cheap. I always go for the cheap shots when I can.
Oh, don't we all? Alright. After that, we had 2 Lives Plus More versus the Edbeatas. This one, I was there for it. It was kind of saddening.
Really?
Because...
Well, 2 Lads and More is, Taka's team?
Correct. Dark Lord Popo, thank you for taking the bait.
Thank you.
Throughout the entirety of the first half, both he and Malarvik's Edbeatas were fairly evenly matched. Like, there was no real movement off the line of scrimmage, like, for the entirety of those 16 turns. They were just stuck there. But then the second half happened. Malarvik got his second wind and managed to score 2 touchdowns.
That's crazy. So with I've never really played against greenskin teams. Do they have goblins or something they use as ball runners, or?
Some teams do. Some teams rely on their throwers to run the ball. Some rely on their blitzers, which is a pretty good move considering they have block, as you can see here on Goob.
Yeah.
But personally, I always use goblins to run because they have dodge and stunting. Makes it easy to wiggle your way around our opponents. Gate Deadpool, thank you for taking the bait.
Thank you for taking the bait, bro. Amazing. I didn't like see two greenskin teams. I expected one of them to go ahead and come out ahead, but I didn't really expect a 0-2. Gracious. God, Taka has to be feeling that.
Taka?
Oh, don't worry. Maybe that aggression will go ahead and peel himself back up for round 2.
Taka has decided to spit in the face of God. He has gone full heal.
He's gone full heal?
He's gone full heal.
Oh my god. I can't believe we're slowly forming our own Japanese wrestling union.
Moving on, we have the Never Wins versus Experiments Gone Right. Necromantic v Necromantic. And as you can see here, the Never Wins... Well, never say never.
Wow, look at that werewolf just coming on back.
Oh, yeah.
That seems to be a popular drop for Necromantics team. A lot of people just love werewolves, whether in just culture or they just love them just as, you know, just fantasy creatures.
Well, let's be honest. Werewolves are pretty good units. They got 8 movement, average strength, average agility, 8 armor. They got regen. They got claws, which is an automatic armor break on an armor roll of 8.
Could you just imagine putting dodge on one of these bastards?
Oh.
Oh.
Not even. Mighty Blow. You add Mighty Blow to one of these things, and the odds of injuring an opponent's player goes up by 4 times.
No shit.
No shit.
Alright.
And that Frenzy skill is a second shot at getting a knockdown on a block. Not always the best when it comes to positioning, but if you come in from the right angle, you can make do.
I like that. I like that a whole hell of a lot. Oh my god. 15 armor breaks, 1 touchdown, 9 armor breaks with experiments gone right. Man. I'm actually really excited to see these Necromantics teams.
Yep.
Normally zombies and werewolves and whatnot give me the heebie-jeebies. I like playing the clerics and more pleasant looking things.
The best part, however, is the fact that this werewolf, Roche?
Yeah.
I don't know how to pronounce it. It's some writer.
I'm gonna say
he leveled up in this game.
No
so,
shit.
I can't wait to see what he's got coming into the next match.
Oh my god, you think it might be Mighty Blow? Oh god, if it is, I'm gonna be so excited.
Either that or block.
Oh, I'm excited.
So, we're looking forward to that one.
Did you know the spike
Yeah, you heard it here first,
was
kiddos.
forged in hellfire, deep beneath the planet
Next up we have O Ye of Little Faith versus the Sanguine Febrim. Oh, we're getting confirmation from the coach. We're both wrong. Ooh.
No, that makes sense.
Oh, if they roll doubles for a strength modifier, that puts a target on that poor thing's back.
This poor furry back. Well, I like how this orc has Stun of Shades. That's always nice.
Gives me that real Bebop vibe.
Oh my god, he does! Oh shit. God, now I want 2 orc war bosses called Bebop and Rocksteady. Just want this. Let me have this. Let's see here. He did win though. 1 touchdown, 2 expulsions. Ooh, he got down and dirty.
Ooh. Dirty players are always some of the best ones in this game.
The dirtier, the better. I love them. And we got over here. Vampires not doing 100% hot. Looks like only 3 armor breaks, 1 expulsion.
Vampires are really tough to run with. You gotta rely on those thralls a lot. This team is running 3 vampires too, by the way, which means has 3 chances for Bloodthirsty to go off in 1 turn.
Oh, that's not
which
good.
Means
so
on
a
really bad...
Is it like stupid, but like worse?
Basically, at the end of a vampire's action who has gone bloodthirsty, they either eat one of the thralls, which is an automatic injury, which results in either stun, KO, or something worse. Or, if they're not next to any thralls at the end of their action, they walk off the pitch to eat a member of the stadium.
Got their hands deep into blood.
But that puts them in the reserves box until the next time that you can put people on the field, which means you're automatically down a player for the rest of the drive.
That seems like a really
Oh.
hard team to play.
I'm getting confirmation. Half the thralls were injured at in that game.
Oh, God. Looks like my injury box after any of my games. I don't know about you, but I play my team with 0 value for their safety.
Especially if they're stunties, because those are always the best kind of games.
They just break so nicely.
I mean, you remember our opening ceremonies game, don't you?
Oh, yeah. You know, I was about to name, like, my next halfling team is going to be called probably Pringles or Fritos, because once you pop,
You
just
can't stop. So yeah, I'm wondering how we're going to see the Sanguine Februm continue on. But
I'm hoping, like, I've never seen a whole lot of vampire players, and it's very interesting. And both leagues we had at least one. I can understand the allure. Who doesn't love vampires? Like, my sister and mom just absolutely love fucking vampire flicks. But like,
Bloodthirsty makes it really hard to do anything, and the
Right.
and the less than stellar thralls that you have to rely on for most everything else.
what a handicap.
Yeah, and none of the vampires have blocks starting off either, so they're not even really good blitzers at that point.
I think your only saving grace may be that, like, what, hypnotic gaze?
Hypnotic Gaze can be pretty useful. It removes an opponent's tackle zone, so maybe the trick to playing vampire teams is to make judicious use of Hypnotic Gaze.
I'm gonna have to read more up on that. But that's very interesting. Let's go ahead and go up to the next match. Congratulations to OE of Little Faith. And Sanguine, even though I'm talking a lot of negativity about it, I still think you might be able to go ahead and pull this around. I really think so.
Good luck to you.
Absolutely. Let's go to Tiki's Tricky Tumblers and the Cragstool Crushes.
Craig's Tooth.
Cragstooth Crushes. I'm sorry.
Yep. 5 armor breaks for the Kislev Circus. And 0-1 for the Crag's Tooth. Must have been a pretty hard-fought win, though.
I'm telling you.
4 passes on an orc team. That's impressive. Most orcs don't play the ball that way.
I pretty much, just grab one and then they just go ahead and knock down everybody on the dude's way to the goal.
Indeed, and only 6 armor breaks. That means the Kislev are pretty hard to chase down, I think. A lot of them have those very long legs. They can jump over people's heads. Tough to catch.
Doesn't very long legs let you re-roll your leaps?
It's like a +1 on all those rolls.
That's cool. That's really neato. Oh my gosh. Good job though, Cragstooth Crusher.
Yeah.
Good luck to you on both matches.
I remember hearing though that one of the Cragstooths got a pretty bad injury.
Was it one of those ones that every time they take another injury, they have to go ahead and add one to the injury roll?
Nah, I don't think it was one of those, but they are definitely out for the next game. Getting confirmation from the coach in chat.
He's out for the next game. Ooh,
yeah. If I remember correctly, he stated in the league Discord that he picked up his first goblin because of that.
Having a goblin isn't that bad. Don't look at my goblins as like a thing of what goblins are. My goblins want to die.
A team comprised entirely of goblins is really hard to play, but
Yes.
a goblin or two in an orc team, they can be valuable tools.
You just gotta go ahead and make sure that no one's gonna break them up really bad.
Looking at the chat, we are getting confirmation that it was an agility penalty to the blitzer.
Oh no, that's not good.
Indeed.
Let's go ahead and take a look at our next boys there, Probate. Go
Yep.
ahead and take a look at our next team.
Next one is the one I participated in. Bit Bombers versus Waste Disposal.
Ooh, nice. Wow. You certainly came out on top.
Chaos versus Underworld Denizens. It was
Ooh.
a goddamn slaughter, let me tell you. There were,
They only did 2 armor breaks. Oh no!
well, to be fair, their primary goal was not to run blocks against Chaos. And
It was to just get around chaos.
Did you know?
yep,
Back in
I can actually give a
24,
good rundown on this game because, again, I played it.
balls made
Yeah, tell me all about it, bud.
not a
So,
success.
the primary goal for me was to injure as many goblins as possible to get those star player points for my Chaos Chosen. Because that's how they level up. They beat people up. They don't... Chaos Chosen don't carry the ball as well as a Beast Man. And throughout most of the match, I was able to keep their Warpstone Troll isolated, which made the really stupid roll a 50-50. And more often than not, they would fail.
Oh jeez.
Stacked on top with Loner, which makes it hard to use rerolls on him.
So when it comes to star... Oops, sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh, don't worry about it. Go ahead.
Oh, so star player points. So that's basically just like the EXP bar. So once you go ahead and get enough star player points, that's how they level up?
Correct.
Okay.
And I actually had a Beastman level up in this game.
Nice. Which one was it?
Monty Glue.
Oh, Monty leveled. Cool. What kind of cool mutation are you gonna give Monty?
Well, Monty is the one who scored both of my touchdowns. So I have decided to designate Monty as my ball carrier. Monty
That's cool.
now has the extra arms mutation, which gives a +1 to pick up, catch, and intercept rolls.
That's cool. I can't wait to see how fucked up your team looks at the end of this.
Oh, it's gonna be great. I almost have enough for a Minotaur now, actually.
Nice. You have a name picked out for that one?
Not yet.
Are magic sponges really
Well, I'm
magical?
eager to see what name you're
That's
gonna
a
give it
trade
once it comes
secret.
out.
But yeah, the crazy thing was perhaps my last play of the match. I injured
Yeah?
the troll.
No shit.
I surrounded him with a good number of my team, fouled him, rolled pinched nerve, missed next game.
Oh god, I actually had a pinch nerve before. That's never good.
And then they failed the regeneration roll.
Oh shit!
So,
Oh no!
while I don't envy Waste Disposal for their next game, I'm glad I managed to pull that off.
No, I'm right there with you. Ooh, Jesus. Jesus.
But, yep. My basic strategy was to punch a hole through the defense so I could get a runner in.
It looks like you certainly did that. I mean, once you take out the troll, I mean, I don't want to be this guy, but there are goblins and Skaven over there, and
Yep.
they aren't really the most hardy boys.
There was almost a death in this game as well. If not
There
for
almost was?
There almost was. If not for the last-minute intervention of an apothecary, there would have been a dead goblin on that team.
Oh, shit. Well,
So,
when it-
shoutouts to Lambaster, who managed to have his life saved by their team medic.
I'm not gonna go ahead. I'm not gonna go ahead and lie about it though. I still love their fucking aesthetic. I love these diesel punk looking fucking goblins.
Talismans
Indeed.
are certainly
I'd almost say more Tesla punk than
used
anything
after
else.
item retail
I love
season.
Tesla punk. Just those 3 ones: Steam, Tesla, and Diesel. I like my 3 favorite faction styles.
I'm gonna be honest, I'm not even sure if Tesla punk is even something that is known throughout the greater internet. That's just a term I came up with for the specific aesthetic of the Skaven.
I've heard it once or twice in Pinterest things.
Hmm.
Although when it comes to my clothes, I mean, you can't really go out with like a top hat and a 3-piece suit anymore.
Yeah.
So like, but 80s clothes? Oh, I always love good 80s clothes. Oh man, I have to hit the thrift store tomorrow. That's what I gotta do. Giving a bunch of my clothes away to Children's Hospital, and then I'm gonna go ahead and restock my wardrobe.
Nice. Well, next up we have the Turquoise Noise versus Weapon X. We had a death in this one. Rest in peace, Sword.
Sward.
Amazons versus Underworld Denizens. 12 armor breaks on either side, so they gave as well as they took.
Yeah, they did. They even got a pass in. That's neato.
Which is impressive if it was Skaven to Goblin because of the animosity rule. It's basically a rule for racism. There's really no other way to sugarcoat it. It's rats and goblins being racist against each other.
Ooh, that's spicy. Oh, man.
But this is Warhammer Fantasy, the old world. Everyone's racist against everyone else.
Everyone's a bit racist.
Sometimes.
Fitness club. All you need to do is sign
My
a
first and only
500-year
musical I enjoy.
contract.
Oh, these are both level ups too.
Only sacrifice
Dina the
yourself.
Zoomer and Dagua.
Oh, God. I really think if the Underworld denizens can go ahead and just squeak out, wins here and there, or just at least games, those mutations are going to really put them up on par.
Yep, it's all about getting those mutations in for Underworld Denizens teams. Because they are pretty squishy for the most part, but once they start getting some really good mutation going, they can play with the best of them.
You get horns, you get tentacles, you get... the options are endless.
Yeah. And the fact that you can get mutations on the trolls is crazy.
God, could you imagine a troll with claws?
Oh, apparently one of the goblins is two-headed on Weapon X. That might be Dagwa here.
I'm down. I'm down with that. I really hope I can see a two-headed goblin, like a model of a two-headed goblin.
We can probably look at that once we take a look at the team rosters.
Oh, I'm so excited. All right, let's go
Let's
ahead.
see. Roar XDs versus the 13th team. Dark Elves versus Skaven.
Ooh.
The Dark Elves got pretty bashy here with 14 armor breaks. 2 touchdowns to the 1 for the 13th team. Both got a pass off.
I'm getting bored, Jim.
And it
You know
looks
I have
like...
potential.
You know, I keep forgetting I can look at these statistics.
When are we gonna get to see a game?
Oh! Yeah, just go ahead and do that. There we go. That's a lot.
Alright,
Ball
so...
possession.
Yeah, Roar XDs, they were pretty... Oof.
Damn. I didn't expect this Dark Elf team to be as nasty as it was.
Oh, Dark Elf teams are the bashy of the Elf teams. They're still fairly fragile, but they can throw their weight around quite a bit. It looks like they inflicted 2 injuries on the 13th team.
Damn. No kills inflicted. 8 yards passing.
So Peppercorn got the pass off, Bob Fossil was MVP, and Secret Peter was the touchdown.
Oh, good Secret Peter.
Yep.
Can't
Hit-
wake up.
Can't Wake Up was the MVP, I believe. Double
Yep.
check. Yep.
Dislikes parents also got 5.
Yep, that means that was a touchdown and an injury. A young boy was a touchdown. Power Ranger villain. Ooh, Power Ranger villain. Their witch elf. That was another injury. And so mainstream was their pass.
Okay. Huh.
God, now that I remembered I can actually look at these tabs up here, we can get a much better insight into what's going on.
Sorry about that, you guys. We're new to this too.
This is the first
Massive
really
Clifford fan on Twitter has just
formatted
run
league I've run.
into
The previous one was pretty open.
Take a look.
Oh, you're doing just fine.
What is ogre on ogre?
Next up, we have the Wrath Club versus Medical Rejection. Chaos v Nurgle.
Ooh.
3 touchdowns, 13 armor breaks, and an expulsion. Versus 12 armor breaks.
God.
Ooh, but that beast of Nurgle got the MVP. Getting that thing leveled up is oof.
Oh my God. Beast of Nurgle. That thing is just harrowing to look at.
Indeed. Like a slug with a human face and boobos.
I don't like it. Looks like something that crawled out of a fucking med lab.
Medical Rejection did not handle the ball at all, it looks like.
No, it didn't. Jesus Christ, look at this. Just 1 knockdown, 38 blocks succeeded. Not a whole lot going on. No yards running, no yards passing, no injuries inflicted.
3 injuries inflicted by the Wrath Club. I wonder how many of those were generated, though.
Oh, yeah, that's a good question. But
Coach of
Jesus Christ.
coach of medical rejection saying if not for the thick skull of the Minotaur, they would have gotten an injury on it. Oh, and apparently sweltering heat was in effect for most of that game.
Huh. Well, that's just unfortunate.
Ooh.
God, just...
Spread out those touchdowns a lot over his team. That's the way you do it.
Middle finger vengeance, demon fist, spine collector. What if Scruffy is really good at this game and he's just never told any of us?
Starting to wonder.
Why should my...
Like, cause, okay, so the thing about the RAF Club is his is sponsored by a dude named Lyle McDouchebag, alright?
Yeah, sponsored
Lyle
is a little strong. It's more like...
Recognized
Yes.
by Lyle McDouchebag. Noticed, barely, by Lyle McDouchebag. So, he played a lot of Blood Bowl 2. I'm wondering if Lyle didn't give him any tips before he did this.
Oof, maybe.
Oh my god. But like still though, Scruffy just getting it on in though. Like
Yep, and his big guy, the Minotaur Bull of Wrath, inflicted 2 injuries, so he's almost leveled up. Be on the lookout for that.
oh my god.
It'll
Can't
be
wait to go ahead and
devastating
see
if
a
that Minotaur
claws.
gets... Either claws or tentacles are gonna go on that thing.
Ooh, no.
And if it's got tentacles on it, no one is getting away from it.
Which means he can just injure it over and over and over again.
Indeed. Next up, we had the Guardians of Funk versus the Grumbling Dwarves.
Ooh, the grumbling dwarves. Now this is the Chaos Dwarf team, right?
Correct.
Ooh, I'm excited.
1 touchdown
Alright.
each, 12 armor breaks each. In order to get a better view, we're gonna have to look at the statistics.
Got any advice
Damn
for
right.
the budding coach then, Bob?
So a Kemri team.
Always wear
Nice.
A Kemri team that suffered 3 injuries. I wonder how often they regenerated.
Work both ways. Nice shirt, by the way.
25% of the ball possession. Grumbling dwarves possess the ball more. Occupation of own half.
Yeah, Kemri was pretty good at, well, actually, Kemri was not that great at keeping them out of their half, but it looks like they managed to keep them slowed down. That's the thing about dwarves. They're hard to knock down, but they move relatively slowly and can get bogged down pretty quick.
You gotta rely a lot on those bull centaurs. At least that's what my team does.
Yeah. O'Kelly Ribsley and Ronald Bonesley.
Claws are going on Slobber Knocker when it levels up.
Oof.
Nice. Oh, I can't
Gonna
imagine.
hurt.
That's gonna suck. Scruffy and I have exhibitions against one another fairly often.
So there's definitely plenty of practice going on there.
Oh, I'm excited at just how in all these people are doing friendly matches all the time, training, practicing.
Right? This is
Oh.
funny to me. Butterfingers McGee is the one who scored the touchdown.
Oh my god. That's like having your surgeon called Dr. Kevorkian, you know? That's just
No, that's more
But he
like
does it right.
having your surgeon be cross-eyed.
Misses, That don't mean I misses her.
But him having the steadiest hands ever.
Including my
Nah,
family's
I'm-
sacred gut plate. The cow.
God, he does surgery just as like deftly as one of the androids from Detroit Become Human. ahead,
Next
Stevie
up, we
Gar-
have Edge of Tomorrow versus the Flying Banana Slammas. Dark Elves versus Lizardmen. And again, the Croxagore getting the MVP. Those Croxagore are going to get pretty ridiculous pretty fast, everyone.
Oh my lord.
And Flying Banana Slammas with a sound 2-touchdown victory. And 14 armor breaks, but it looks like they suffered 1 expulsion for fouling.
Now, when you get expulsion, are you just out of that game, or are you out of the next game too?
You're out of the game. That one. Just the one
Okay.
you're in.
Okay, okay.
So yeah, it looks like Edge of Tomorrow was just never allowed to handle the ball by the Flying Banana Slammas.
Jesus, that's crazy.
And they only threw 16 blocks, which means they were trying to avoid combat. They were trying to do the right thing, but Flying Banana Slammers were just insistent. 2 injuries were inflicted. Oof.
God, this is all crazy.
Let's see. Queen of the Dom got the pass off while Adam Rain was MVP.
The Bank of
Hater
Alpha.
Fistinator was the MVP.
Safer place
Green
for
Cheetah,
money.
the Green Cheetah was their ball carrier. They got both of the touchdowns. That's a level up for them. Jerry, he singled Joe with an injury, and Harry Headdress with an injury. So
Jerry, he's single Joe.
So that's all of round 1. We've already got a couple of games done in round 2.
I'm gonna go ahead and take a peeksy-poo at that. There we go.
I think we're gonna wait on these until round 2 is done, which shouldn't be too long, hopefully.
Okay.
But let's take a look at our teams now. Here we have the Bit Bombers, my personal team. Look at them all. And there's Monty in the back with the painted horn tips. Let's get a little closer look at her.
Wow. Nice.
Look at that arm.
That is harrowing to look at. Now, did you sew that on, or did
It's
Monty
sprouted.
wake up one day and that was just on her? All right. Well. Oh well. Is that an eyeball in the knuckle?
I think it is.
Oh no.
Trust me, the team is only going to get even more harrowing once they start leveling up.
Oh.
On the plus
More
side,
on-
you got an injury. You scored an injury in the last game, by the way.
I did?
Yeah?
Heck yeah. Sweet.
I might turn you into the team muscle.
I'm looking forward
Oh,
to the next few matches.
That's so fitting.
Bob.
Here we have Turquoise Noise. They don't change too much visibly when they level up, and I don't think they have any levels yet. But here we see their injuries. Rumpelseen. Oh, nothing too serious, just missing the next game.
There we go. Correction.
Malavik, I rethemed the team, okay?
He rethemed it.
And here, Fractured Leg missed the next game. Oof. That's
Gonna be out.
unfortunate.
Gonna be out too, but luckily you got, 14 of them, so
Yeah.
you could go ahead and take a few licks like that, I suppose.
The RAR XDs. No level ups.
It looks like they were just line women too, so that's okay.
Yeah. But Dark Elves, nothing much to say here. No level ups. No,
Nope.
nothing changed. Not just a phase anymore.
It's real.
This is who I am. The Wrath Club.
I can
Oh
hear
boy.
Ministry playing loudly in the background. The Wrath Club.
Yep, no level ups yet, but several are getting close. And that should be frightening to everyone. Because once Chaos starts mutating, ooh boy.
No, he's
What past
he's
those X
rounding out
responses
those
from?
those
You
star
were
points
playing
really
golf?
well, so we can get a lot of
Polishing
mutations
cream
really quickly.
manufacturer?
Yep.
No. I got no idea where these guys came from.
I love how they're all posed. That's so dumb.
You gotta walk like an Egyptian, man. Edge of Tomorrow. Man, whatever.
Whatever. I love that they're all shitty edgelords.
Swift Father of Blood is out for the next game. Fractured leg. But nothing more serious than that. Good luck to him. Ooh, but that does put him down to 10 people for his next game. And I'm his next opponent.
Well, nice knowing you, Edge of Tomorrow.
And now
Oh, wow. Severus actually has a really cool face. Did you see that?
I did not. Severus. With the plated half mask.
Yes! I love plated half masks. Oh, it's so cool.
Next up, we have the Flying Banana Slammers.
Let's out.
Green Cheetah got Sidestep. Wow, that means they get to choose where they dodge to from any square adjacent to where they're being pushed from.
That's cool.
How do I
Oh,
look
that's
in each
nasty.
table?
A whiter shade
Yep.
of pale.
No, I like sidestep.
The Grumbling Dwarves.
See what the little grumbly dudes have.
This guy's blue.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And
It's very blue.
his name is just Blue. Chaos Dwarves are going in with a full roster next game.
Can't believe Brock's in this team.
Venator named Sigmar, that's just insulting. Medical Rejection. One of our 3 Nurgle teams with 2 injuries. Edgar the Sick. Down an armor point.
Well, he's gone.
And Bloaty 2 with a niggling injury. So, those 2 routers may not be much longer for the team. We'll see how they go in the next... after they recover. Next up, we have the 13th team. Not much changed here, but Howard Moon did get injured. He's just missing in the next game due to a broken jaw. Gotta let the wire take.
I forgot that's how you fix broken jaws and just,
Never went
Yeah.
into the field without a pair of orchidas on my feet.
a lot of
They're
cheesy
the only
boys.
ones who did.
Here we are, Weapon X. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Was I... Oh!
We gotta get a look at Dagwa and Dagwa here.
Oh!
Just coming out of his
Christ.
shoulder there.
Y'all motherfuckers need Sigmar. Oh, no.
Radioactive magic rocks, they'll do that to you.
Oh, no. It's why you drink the clean water. The clean water.
But it looks like Shuri Kenny is out of the next game. And they lost a point of strength. It's not like Goblins had much of that to go around anyway.
So they could probably go ahead and live without that.
Well then,
Oh.
that was fun. Let's take a look.
Ooh.
Let's take a look at waste disposal. Let's see here. Stumpy will be out of the next game with a -1 movement allowance. That's pretty rough for a goblin, not gonna lie. Nomad the Nomad with a 2-party raid.
Hey, thanks for the raid, bro. Smashed it.
And Ed
Did you know-
Puke,
It's rumored that Spike,
who I
magazine
injured
editor,
last
Yuri
game,
Rinnell, actually
gave him a
hates
pinched nerve.
sport and would rather play with action figures instead. This has nothing to do
to be
with
fair,
Vietnam.
he didn't really pull his weight in that last game, so who knows what'll happen there.
Ooh.
On the
Oh,
plus side,
Lord.
he still has 11 viable players that he can play with. The Crag's Tooth Crushers.
I still can't get that floating goblin head out of my mind.
We have
That-
Zugor
that's
here, a blitzer with the -1 agility and missing this next game. Oof.
Ooh, no.
That's gonna be tough to come back from. We'll see how he
Well-
levels up in the future.
Orcs that can't pull their weight are pulled into a pit and beaten to death by the war boss.
Either that or fed to the squigs.
Hey, Squig's gotta eat. What do
Yep.
they eat? No. Throw an orc in there.
Alright, so it looks like they only have 1 guy missing this next game. So, there's still plenty of food on the table for these vampires.
Oh my gosh.
Let's see, experiment's gone right. Look at them gyrating zombies.
I wish I didn't.
You wish I never brought attention to it now.
Yeah, that's all I can see now.
You can just hear him now. Wiggle, 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 yeah.
God, I can't believe that's what happened to Blue
Did
Sky
you know
nowadays.
Bathroom facilities have only been built
he
in
looks
modern
stunning.
stadia since the last decade.
Oh my
Before that,
gosh.
the waste
These-
was,
Dankenstein
Oh,
is out of the next match.
Dankenstein is? Oh no.
Yeah. They gotta go find a new arm for his broken one.
All these teams and not one is called the Monster Mash.
I'm pretty sure that one's already taken. Alright, and here's the Ed beat us, fresh from their recent round 2 game. No real changes
excited.
here. A bit more star player points spread out amongst the team. Their next match is gonna see some level ups, I bet.
Mm-hmm. Trevor the intern.
Here are the Keebler rejects, everyone. Coconut Nightmare. With a -1 strength penalty for their injury. Oof.
Oh no.
That's rough. But elves don't rely on their strength, so he's still
They
a
rely on their
viable member of the
ability to
team.
zoom.
Although that was a blitzer, so we'll see what the coach decides to do with that.
I mean, that's a hefty price tag, 110K.
Miranda's Reavers, our other Amazon team. No injuries, these are the ones that just ran roughshod over their opponents. But yeah, look at that, everyone's got dodge.
Bandits and affiliated trades.
I'm an honorary
Oh
member.
no.
Yes, I see your
Yeah, let's take a closer look at Tokyo Sex Whale here.
Awards.
Tokyo
The
Sex
following
Whale.
riot was really
Looks like she's the matriarch of the group. Little older, little wiser, but still capable of beating people over the head.
Wow.
Here we have the Lucky Stoutlanders. They suffered the death of their runner today, and the coach has not filled in that slot yet. So, who knows how that's gonna go out.
I mean, it looks like he has just enough money to get another Longbeard, so what I would do?
Oh, and Vakhook Broadborn is out with a groin strain. Oof.
Oh,
You never want to strain your groin.
old man had one of those.
That sounds painful.
Oh, he was bitching up a storm for about a month or two.
Here we have the Dino Lords, still fresh from the loss of their sorest comrade, Carno Taurus. Let's see here. Indeed.
Not a whole lot happening yet.
Also on tonight's show,
Nope.
Big Jobo Hairyfoot.
Only
comes
been
back
one
from
game,
the
so
dead
we
to
can't
talk
expect
about
too
his
many level
remarkably
ups.
short
Right.
tenure as captain
Here
of
we have the Forever
Greenfield
Friends.
Grasshuggers.
Not much to say here.
We are friendlier than the other teams.
Lords of Soul. I was told to pay special attention to Nito here.
Take a look at, let's take a look at Nito.
Nito's got some head problems going on.
Oh, that wasn't a smart man in life.
And either that or he got his skull caved in during an ancient battle somewhere.
You say that, but somebody just like dropped a crate out a window accidentally and
Great Grey Wolf Sif leveled up. They've got Sidestep now, making this particular goal even harder to catch. And Knight Artorias, a white, has picked up Mighty Blow. This is...
that's nasty.
the Feisty Festering Fellows now, and our other Nurgle, one of our other Nurgle teams. Gurgle Gurgle Spit is their motto. No level ups here yet.
Yeah, I've got
But
my
depending on what happens in the next game,
and my
you could see some mutations happening.
Let's watch some Blood Bowl.
Next, we've got the Puppy Eaters. With their level 2 Skink Chihuahua Chewer. Look, they've got Sure Feet, which means they could go for it and re-roll a Go For It roll. Makes it a little easier to get that extra mileage out of them.
Oh, God, I love having sure feet. I'm sure he does, too. I bet he also wishes he had another eye, but, you know.
Can't be,
we can't
beggars
all
can't
have
be
a-
choosers.
Absolutely.
And the Pop and Pustules, fresh from their game today. No real motion here because no one did any injuries or got any touchdowns. But Mark Myasis? I have no idea how to pronounce some disease names.
Oh, no. Leave it to a med tech. We got Header HPV. Oh, that's Miasis.
Okay, Miasis.
Yep.
I was close.
You were.
He was their MVP, so he's pretty close to the level up. Let's see if he can pull it off in his next game. The Black Hollow Knights, who suffered a grievous loss. Oh, one of their Blizzards is injured this next game. But it look... Oh. That hurts. That really hurts.
3 injuries. Good.
Oh, and 2 blockers.
Heavens to shit. He's missing
Oh.
the next game.
He got a groin strain on that one.
Oh, God. He got the old Papa Rabbit.
Forfeit a payment? Don't worry. They only
His hand got
sacrifice
smashed.
the
That's bad.
That's not good. Having a smashed hand sucks. I've had one of those.
Sounds horrible.
It was.
The
Basically,
Unchained
it was like,
Howlers.
hey, don't use your right hand for like 3 months.
These guys went nuts in their last game. Here we have Finger Snacks. He's got sure hands now. This marks him as their primary ball handler.
Oh, and he is just he's just a prime selection for just getting just the shit beat out of him now.
Oh yeah. Those ghouls
I mean,
are always have targets on their backs, but you know, they're pretty
Homie's gonna
slippery.
have a bigger one. Good luck with the dodge. I would just say make a wall and go for it.
Yep. 2 labs plus more. They didn't suffer too badly. No injuries yet. An extra 50k in the bank. So, they're in a good position going into their next game. Here are the never wins. We get to find... Oh, Roche. With that +1 armor value. This is one tough wolf to beat.
Oh, he's a good boy.
Got a couple other injuries inflicted here.
They've got so many.
We'll see how they
twerps
do in the
coming
next
through on
game.
Clever Bob.
And I like his
Works all
color
my
scheme.
life.
Yeah.
These never wins have
I
a
don't
very
see why
nice
I
color.
gotta take notice of
Ye
them
of
now.
Little Faith. Not much changed here. Little extra cash. Looks like they may have invested in...
Their motto is team motto. That makes sense. Orcs aren't the brightest tools in the shed.
You know, that or they just left it blank on team creation. Okay, we're being
Maybe.
corrected. Roche is a girl.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's a lady wolf. I'm sorry. You know, once you transform, it's hard to tell.
Yeah.
Well,
Tiki,
on
Streaky
some
Tumblers.
websites. Moving on. Let's see, Tiki Tumblers. See what we got going on here.
The Bears inflicted an injury, so it's got some headway. Titov here, looks like they inflicted 2, so they're close. But they all have leap and very long legs, except for the bear. So, we'll see how... Time will tell. It's still very early time, so...
I like their mustaches.
It's a Russian circus. What do you expect?
I have never seen a Russian. Always did want to go ahead.
And now we have the Nothing But Ones.
Yeah.
Takahata, the inspiration, with a -1 strength point.
Oh, he's not inspiring much right now.
Certainly not confidence. Nat 1 here, with a -1 movement allowance. That kind of figures with a name like Nat 1.
Did you know that the new Cabal HD
And
glows
finally, we
have
have
been
Failed
saved
Save, who did indeed fail their save.
Don't confuse the viewers.
Oh, a niggling injury.
They've been selling fast.
Ah,
Nothing but ones did not come out very strong.
no, they did not.
But Failed Save did level up, so they now have... It looks like Tackle. They've got Tackle, which makes them a very, very useful person to have against teams such as Amazons. And Bank...
Oh, they can't dodge. Wow. That's neato.
Yep. And finally, we have Bank Account here, who now has Guard. That's a useful skill to have on a big guy like that. It makes it so that they can apply their block assist even if they're already in another opponent's tackle zone.
Oh, that. Wow, that's cool. All right.
Yeah. Alright, sorry about that. Had to deal with something real quick there.
That's quite all right.
And with that, that's our team overview for round 1 of the Roll Call Preliminaries. James, the Rottweilers are not in this particular competition, I'm sorry to say.
line of t-shirts.
Any questions you have regarding them, you have to address to their coach. So let's see here. We may not have time for that friendly game, Rabbit. Sorry to say, but you know what? It was
all right.
it was good having you here to discuss what has happened with round 1 of this tournament so far.
Absolutely. Is there any team you're looking at that has that you have your eye on? I like to see how all in the Scruffy guy is. Like, that team is good things.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you what, the floating disembodied head of a goblin is gonna haunt my nightmares for ages and ages. Holy shit, what a bad trip that boy is.
I am being told to take a look at turn 2 of round 2, I believe. Oof, those dwarves. They wrecked house on nothing but once, but we'll take a look.
Ooh, did you see that, Jim?
Yeah, let's go ahead and just
Oh, I'm
take a
sorry, I
look at
missed
some
it all.
some
Good
quick
thing you got a
replays of
replay,
the match
man.
here. Maybe when you watch the replay, you might be able to skip around.
We can. I was looking at it earlier today to determine the name of the fallen dwarf runner.
This game doesn't really have 1,000 tools for announcers like us, but I think it's nice.
Cannot skip team presentation.
No. Well, look at them there. Those skeletons, they don't know where they are. Is that a snake in one of their heads?
Maybe?
Now look at these big drunk bastards.
Portly.
These big boys. Portly drunk bastards. They all look like my uncle. Every single one of them.
Don't expect to inflict long-term injuries. The
Alright, so I'm
undead
being
are the
told
key
that
to regeneration.
turn 2 of nothing but ones is what we're looking for.
Alright, looks like this is it. Okay, and that one smacks out a dwarf. We got a blitzy mummy.
Ah! He got some good dodge rolls going there.
Oh, we'll be able to
Oh, wait,
go
that's
ahead.
failed save.
Yeah, he's just go. Wow, look at him go. Damn. I can't believe he did that. Considering they don't dodge well, you know?
Indeed.
Wow.
Let's rewind that a little bit. I'm confusing myself now. Ah! It was even crazier than I thought.
What happened?
Failed save had to roll 4 times.
No shit.
Twice for dodge rolls, and twice to go for it.
Damn.
Well, we'll take a closer look at the die rolls displayed at the bottom of the screen when it comes to it.
Yeah, because if he fucked up any of those, he would have got kicked out into the fans.
Wow!
Wow! Wow!
That was 5
yeah.
dice, actually, and 4 of them rolled 6s. Incredible.
That's some fucking luck right there. Jesus.
Alright, we'll end that instant replay. That was an impressive play there. But yeah, it looks like that the dwarves were keeping all the undead down on the ground, unable to really do much of anything in that game. So, congratulations to the Lucky Stoutlanders for getting through the loss of their teammate and chugging on to land victory in the second round.
Damn right.
Chugging.
That's for Chuggernaut right there.
Oh no. Not yet. I don't think I have a death roller quite yet. But anyway, thank you all for coming out to this review of Round 1 of the Roll Call Preliminaries. I've been your host and Commissioner Probate, and with me has been my co-host...
Hey, Mr. Rabbit. How you doing, guys? Have yourself a great evening.
Feel free to plug your stuff again.
Absolutely. You can go ahead and follow me at twitch.tv. Hey, Mr. Rabbit. I go ahead and I stream retro games, hard games, and games that are just a really fun time. I stream Tuesday through Thursday in the evening. So come on in. Have fun.
Goblin gambling.
All right.
is a great company to be affiliated
And look forward to me streaming Jurassic World Evolution throughout the week up until my game with, The Edge of Tomorrow. I guarantee it'll be a bloody good time.
My nephew was amped up about the new Jurassic World movie. How about you?
Oh, I'm excited too, but I keep hearing that while it looks pretty, it's meh.
Yeah?
But you know what? It comes out next week, and I'm still gonna go see it.
Damn right. Oh man.
Because if anything, those movies always have a sense of fun about them.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Anyway.
Chris Pratt's such a...
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway, this has been the Round 1 review. I will see you all next time.
Bye-bye.
Take care, everyone.